Hello everyone, welcome to another episode on the Simplest Dan channel. My name is Wingless Dragon, and I want to go through a bunch of quick videos of just describing the things on OPlegends Prisons and kind of what we've been able to discover, and hopefully quick notes on each of the ways you can gather beacons for your team and gang to move forward on gang top if that is something you're focused on. These are going to be quick videos. They're going to be describing the sources one at a time, and the first one I'm going to work on that I actually prefer and love the most is the lake location. You get there by doing /lake, and once you've selected that, you're able to move forward into the lake area where you're gathering blue beacons. And the way that it works is that each area /mine, /lake, and /farm give you different kind of beacons: green, yellow, and in this case blue. And so this is something that I was able to make it very efficient to work on, and a few things to work on that almost be a bit repetitive, and is the reason why I'm kind of doing small videos about them. But each source has very similar things that you can do, but also have different things that can be offered. So let's look into that. Woo! So a quick thing to note is I have these things called coconut leggings and coral boots. All sources have a means of some sort of way to increase your amounts of resource that you're getting, so orbs that you're getting, as well as what you're farming to try to increase the rank to get you more and more as you move forward. And they have up to a level 100 that you can reach. The earlier items are generally weaker, while the later items slowly get better and better, even when they are just the initial level. Anything you get from the start is really good, and it's a reason why even to right now people are still asking for parts and pieces of it, because you need a lot of them. And to do that, you go to /armor, and you're able to trade the items that the armor shards that you get from the sources to upgrade yourself. And in this case, I'm slowly trying to transition into the coral armor, later the sardine, shell, and then the highest one is starfish. Getting these will help you, and since there is resets every week, having those armors to start moving forward again helps a lot. So that's just a quick thing to look into while you're getting the resources on the lake. The other thing to look into is the enchants that are available for this area, and the one that I would recommend getting up and running as fast as possible is aim assist and velocity. So when you're gathering orbs, or you're trading maybe your coconuts for orbs, or you're getting them from keys, spending it on these two will help you immensely before moving forward into all the other ones as well. All this helps move gathering and getting the items quicker from the ponds with your fishing rod than any of the other ones right now. And then afterwards, what you can look into doing is the first one I would recommend is getting flying fish, because there's a chance that the fish will explode and go to the other ones. Afterwards, it's just a matter of whatever that is that you're looking for to increase. If you're looking to get the most keys as fast as possible, maybe maxing out key finder is the way to go. Otherwise, getting fish food I think would be the next one to increase stuff, and then everything else just helps you gain more resources as you fish. A regenerate would be something else that would be worth it, just so that the pools can reset themselves faster as you're fishing, because especially if you've maxed these guys out, it might take a little bit of time to regenerate the pools as you go forward. Right now, I've got pretty much everything maxed out. I'm almost finished with the dragonfish, and then what you can do afterwards is ascend it and reset all of your enchantments and get a little bit of a boost from ascending your source. Ascending can happen in any of the sources. I'm hoping to do a video later on ascending all three of them, and just to see what you get out of it. So stay tuned on that. So at this time, I'm just going to put the armor that I do have. What I do use as the pet right now is the armor shard pet. This is just so that I can get more armor shards as I fish. Since I open a lot of keys on a regular basis, I do have rank currency booster and orb booster. So I always open those up. And then I also, if you check your enchants, you'll sometimes have crystals that you can equip. And the one that I have that I'm using is the merchant crystal. So I can trigger that as well. And you can start fishing and it'll trigger all of the ones right now. This is basically the end result of how you get fishing, and it just triggers constantly. What you're wanting to do right now is get those beams of lights triggering, and by doing that, the first thing you're gonna have to do is just go through all of the lake, make sure that you're getting the little pools done as fast as possible, so then you can start getting the beams of lights to get triggered. And the various abilities are triggering. The sizzle one is the one that's doing the lava. There's an ice one that'll explode and give you a chance to get even more. The flying fish are the ones that are exploding and going into the other pools. The reason why they're yellow is because of the increased value of the fish, the fact that they're regenerating this fast because of the regeneration, and so on. So these are all the things to quickly look into. But again, my recommendation to start off is getting the fishing rod working this fast. You'll notice that if you're playing this from the get-go, it'll be slower, but once you can at least get that going faster, it will help you a lot. I would say the ability I don't like the most is the laser. It tends to just like trigger in a weird angle, but then it feels like it messes things up a little bit, but visually everything looks great. The Dragon Burst one is the one that's just taking out a big square chunk of the things. If you feel that a lot of the abilities and enchants are going a little too overboard, remember that you can always go to settings, and if you go to effects settings, especially the lightning one, I've disabled it, but like if I enable it now, you'll see that there's lightning that'll just strike randomly. And while it looks neat visually, this could be something that could impact someone who's a little bit too sensitive to flashes, as well as just like totally having people that are not interested in lightning explosions either. So that's something to take into consideration with that, but you can always go to /settings, trigger the effects that you do not want to help you out. So be sure that if there's any of the abilities you don't want, and this will work in any of the sources that you have access to, you can take a look at the settings and adjust it accordingly depending on what it is that you want, if the effects make sense. Usually I think it shows all of them, but for like mining or whatever, I think the only one that's indicated for lightning is that one, and go for it. Lastly, and something that I'll repeat with all the videos just so people are aware, you can gain battle pass points that can be reset every time you've completed them every half an hour. But something you might not be aware of is that depending on where you're located for your source, you can activate it that'll be related to the source area. So in this case, it's raw fish. I've got the crystals. Thankfully, that can be triggered in any area. We've got fish again, and then use one booster. Well, booster's easy. I just did that. Boom, that's easy. And then because I have all of the upgrades already, the fish food and the other one will be triggered very quickly, as well as triggering the crystals as well. So I've got the crystals that are activated and completed. I'll have the fish food one completed probably really quickly. And what you can notice while I'm waiting for the other pass to just trigger is I am getting coconut armor shards at the bottom here. And so this is what is going to be accumulated to build the armor pieces. And if you ever want to go to the next level and combine those pieces to go to the next resource, you'll go armor salvage. And what you can do is you can put those in and it'll convert to the next one. You can do the change max tier depending on what version you want and how high you want it at that point. So I need the coral ones anyway, so I'm just going to accumulate them. You'll see that I've been doing that for a while, and go from there. Visually very beautiful. I made a short about it as well, just because it's a fun thing to just check out, but I very much enjoy another source that I'll get to showcase later, where I think it's very fun and unique as well for what it is that it's offering. And know the higher your rank is, the better resources you're gonna get, so you do want to work on getting your resources up pretty significantly to help yourself out. But here again, you want to try to get the beacon lights as much as possible, so you can get the blue beacons, and those could be donated into your gang to help you out. So if I check the pass right now, I've just got the crystals left, and I'm just getting started with the raw fish, so I'm probably not going to unlock that one yet, and this is going to happen in 2 areas. I can actually probably go to other sources to get this one cleared out very quickly, but now I've already got only half an hour to wait for more of the new challenges. So I think that's a good quick breakdown of the lake source. I hope that helps you out. If there's any specific questions that you'd like to know more about the lake and what you should look into, go for it. I might do another video showcasing the various pets that I've received and which ones do what and how it helps you out at a later time. But if there's anything else that you'd like that I'm not covering yet, put it in the comment section, let us know, and subscribe to us if there is anything you'd like to see or want to continue seeing the content that we make. Have a good one, everyone. Thank you very much. Bye. Yeah.